Put about I was gonna put another minute on before we got started here, but 1 second. All right, what's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Let's get it. Oh my goodness. So, if you guys don't know me, my name is Marissa Chase. I'm out here in southern Wisconsin, and both Maddie and I here tonight, we've been working together for the past 8, 9 months, building a women's community within Wi-Fi Money alongside of a few other leaders here on this call, Sydney, Veronica, Jenna, all the girls that have got on this call, and we have some really, really cool takeaways to share with you guys from all of the things that we've experienced. I'm not sure if you guys have all seen all of the Snapchats, the stories on Instagram from when we were just out in Orlando. But if you were just out in Orlando, I want you to put some ones in the chat for me. I want to see who we got in here who experienced that with us. Yes, Sydney, Josh, Jada, John. Oh my goodness, it was such a fun time. And for those of you who did go out to the event in Orlando, I want you to explain the experience for yourself in one word and drop it in the chat, because I think that so many people aren't able to understand what we kind of experienced. And I will kind of elaborate more on that tonight, just because obviously we're also fired up from this event down in Orlando, meeting each other. Me and Maddie met each other for the first time last week. It was just so cool to put like faces and energy to the people when you're meeting them in person, and to be around all of the educators, all of the leaders within the iGenius company. It was just such a really cool experience. And so, yeah, if you guys, whoever was out in Florida, drop how you felt the like trip was like. Okay, inspiring, enriching, value. Yes, yes, those are huge. For me, I know the one word that could describe the event to me was just expansive. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you're brand new or you're seasoned. It had so many different takeaways, no matter what stage in this journey you're in, to how to apply it into your business, into your goals, into your life, and how to really start becoming that new version of you while utilizing the amazing products and services within iGenius, seeing the community, and just really having a game plan of attack with all their like-minded individuals. So that was the first thing. Humid. I'm dead. Yes, it was so humid out there. But one of the things that I really wanted to touch on, you guys, is like events, because for me, whenever I was in a part of something, I never really knew what an event was. Like when I was working at 9 to 5, when I was working a 9 to 5 job, I always had like these company events, like Christmas parties, things like that, like the normal holiday things. But I never realized like events could literally change your life in terms of like self-development, personal growth, working towards bigger things. And when you're in a community and around such like-minded people working on bigger goals, seeing people who have accomplished the goals you're currently working towards, but also being able to be surrounded by other people who may not have hit the goals you've already achieved, just to see it on all different scales, but to go to a place and have the intention to come back better than you were before, meaning either you're looking for some answers on how to get to the next level in trading, whether you want to be surrounded by other entrepreneurs who have more business mindset and just talk with them, pick their brains, or just really get to connect with other like-minded people. I know for me, I met so many other women that were my age out there that I saw doing this exact same thing. And to me, seeing that community was so huge. And to know that the community we've created in Wi-Fi Money actually gets to be in real life, in person, that was like probably one of the biggest things in terms of like going to the event. But after going and experiencing that, all of us leaders have come together, and we've just realized like we have such a fire lit underneath of us that we want to expand, and we want to share it with you guys, because now that we've gone to this event, what that event did was create momentum and energy within us. It was transferred into us because we got close to the fire. And because we got close to the fire and we have this fire, we can only do what we can in order to help you guys feel that energy and take yourself in this business so much more seriously. And tonight I really wanted to dive into like, how do you get yourself prepared to make a decision on yourself to achieve a goal in business? Because I know for a long time, when I first got started in any type of business. I've been doing this particular industry for the past year and a half. But what I didn't realize was when you go into business, it's really a game of you versus you. You have to identify why you're starting, what it is that you want to achieve, and how quickly do you want to go out and achieve it. But what I didn't realize when I was first setting out those goals and I was brand new was that I had to become a different person and a different version of myself who could be willing to have those goals. To basically, if I wanted to become a leader or I wanted to be a good trader, what type of a person did I have to become in order to support that? And so basically, I'm going to just kind of break down, like, this is me making another decision on my business. So all I can do is lead from the front and show you guys the mindset moves that I've been making, how I go and get locked in before I go and create massive movement towards my goals and inevitably like achieve those goals in a certain time frame. So basically, from the event, we got around, we surrounded ourselves with the community. I realized that, okay, for other community to get together, let's start leading from the front. So me and Maddie here, we're going to start diving into all of those things. And then 3, I'm realizing the products and services that we have here, you guys, like literally there's millionaires that are taking these trades. And so why not get locked in as well on the products and services? Because that's one of the main reasons that we joined. So when I start and make a decision, okay, I want to go to the next level in business. I want to go and achieve X, Y, and Z goal. So my first goal when I got started was to hit platinum executive and also learn the skill of trading and become a funded trader. Well, ultimately, those are 2 separate aspects to this business that a lot of us really want to go out and do both. But how do you decipher that, and how do you get really intentional with your time? So 1 is making that decision on yourself and proclaiming like what you want. So for me, when I first got started, what I did was I proclaimed I wanted platinum executive and I wanted to become a funded trader. Okay, so then from there, what I did was I got really, really organized of what do I need to do every single day in order for me to have that outcome achieved in 90 days. And for me, what I did was I created a non-negotiables list, meaning what am I supposed to do on a daily basis that is going to get me an inch closer to my goals, even if I don't achieve it tomorrow, even if I don't achieve it in a month. I know by the end of the 90 days, I will have achieved it if I follow these steps. So I created a non-negotiables list. So when it comes to either building or trading, how many hours do you want to put in towards your education with trading? How many hours do you want to put in towards self-development, prospecting, building a business, and creating connections with other people, right? And so when I started getting organized with those daily actions, I said I wanted to reach out to 10 new people a day. I wanted to put in an hour towards my trading education. I wanted to hop on 1 live session of trading. I wanted to make sure that I was following up with people. And also, I wanted to make sure I was doing a lot of self-development as well, because I knew I needed to become a different version of myself that was stronger and more willing to take on that and become a leader and to handle a funded account. Because a lot of us, like when we get into trading, we're like, oh my gosh, we can leverage $10,000. That's crazy. Like, it's not even my money. Like, how do you build up a mindset in order to be able to handle that, right? So those were the roadmaps that I laid out. And then for me, what I did was I started putting them into a calendar, because basically when your time is so spread thin, say you're working a 9-to-5 job and you already have like commitments to go to the gym for yourself, how do you decipher like what extra time do you have, and how can you make sure every single minute of your day is pre-planned because you want to work towards the best version of you? And that all starts with making a decision and remembering why you wanted to do this in the first place, so you can continue staying consistent every single day. And that can start by planning your time and being super intentional and being aware of what time it is that you actually have. The biggest takeaway that I really had back in Orlando last week that made me decide to lock in, get organized, make a decision on myself, and go all into the next level was the theme that they kept bringing up was urgency, making a decision and approaching every single day with that type of urgency. Because when you remember why, and your why is so much stronger than your reasons to quit, you can approach every single day with urgency. You start every single day at day 1. You stop letting that self-doubt get to you no matter what goal you're trying to achieve. And ultimately, you start realizing once you approach your life with urgency, you have less time to think, so you have less time to doubt yourself and you have less time to make excuses. And you start leading every single day at day zero, day one, day one, day one. You always continue showing up like yesterday didn't happen and tomorrow's not promised. Like today is the day. And if you can wake up and treat every single day like it's the best day of your life and you're embodying the energy of yourself who already has achieved those goals, you are going to make it so much farther, so much faster, and you're going to feel so much more aligned with yourself every day when you are acting from the place of where you planned yourself to be hitting your goals. And what I mean by that is when you see your goals and you plan out your calendar every single day, you know that the way that you're acting is in alignment with the goals you're trying to achieve. So you know ultimately you're going to become that person and you're going to hit those goals. And so one other theme that I heard was like, if you plan to fail, or if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So that's why I always go in with making a decision followed with a plan, because I know if I follow the plan and I stick to it, ultimately I'm going to get where I want to be. But if I approach it with urgency, I have a less likeliness to think about the things that I'm doing, and I have the less likeliness to quit on myself and give up. And it really comes down to a battle of like you versus you. Like all of us can say that we prioritize the right things all the time, but what do we actually say we prioritize, and what are the things that we are actually prioritizing? Like if we say that we're grinding on business or we say we're grinding on trading, what does that actually mean? Like how are you actually prioritizing it? Are you just saying it to yourself because you think you're doing it, or do you actually like have proof of you working on those actions and putting in the work to actually prioritize it? Because when you're brand new in anything, you have to form a habit of actually going out and doing these things. And you have to start actually prioritizing it because it's not a subconscious habit. It's not like you're wanting to pick up your phone and go look at the charts when you're brand new. Someone who's 6 months into it and has been practicing it every single day of, I want to go look at the charts because I want to start trading, they won't have to think about it as much. And when you're new, building in those habits so you can start coming up with a new routine for that new version of yourself that has the funded account, or that new version of yourself that picks up the phone and immediately messages other people back because you know there's people waiting to learn about how they can help themselves in their financial literacy and get their money back working for them and buying their time back. Like you're going to want to show up every single day in a way that you're helping and being of service to others so you can be a leader and be the person that is at that platinum exec rank. It's not always about making sales. It's always about the type of impact that you want to make and how do you show up for that impact? Who are the type of people you want to work with? And basically, the last thing that I wanted to go over was like this you versus you battle. Like every single night that you go and lay in bed and you think about your day and what you did and what you didn't do, are you laying there with your head like on the pillow and you're feeling like really accomplished with what you did for the day? Or are you sitting there feeling guilty like you could have done more? If you're the type of person like me who never feels accomplished with what they've done for the day, sit out and write a list of the things that you know you need to do that are cycling in your head before you go to bed, and make those be the first things that you do in the morning the next day. Because usually the scariest tasks that you're waiting on are the ones that are going to make you feel the most fulfilled once you've had them done. And if you can start your day off by accomplishing the hard things, you're going to feel so much better to continue going throughout your day and actually doing the things that you say you're going to do. And in turn, you're building up that confidence and that trust within you that ultimately is leading you to become the person who's worthy of having your goals. So me and Maddie have some really, really cool stuff planned for you guys at the end of this call as well. So stick around, but I'm so excited to hear from Maddie and listen to all of her takeaways, right? She's got so much knowledge, so much experience, so much fire to share with every single person. And I just have absolutely adored meeting her finally in person and working together with her. And I just hope we can give you guys a little glimpse into what our women's community can provide for other people. If you have other women within your lives that are looking for a type of community and a type of change, just so you guys can see it in real time and also gain some value from what we have to share. So With that, Maddie, I'm so excited. Hop on up here, girl.
What is going on, family? I am so excited to be on this call, and I'm so excited to share everything that I am with you guys. I just want to give Marissa a huge shout out. Let's give her some sevens in the chat for just being here, being present, and just sharing all of the knowledge that she has, given out to you guys. So let's give her some sevens in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, okay. Okay. So, for those of you that don't know me, I've been in this industry for the last 3 years. I've been, running this game with, this team for the last year now, and I am so excited to be here. So, I'm just going to share a little bit of knowledge of what I have with you guys and, basically what I can do for you guys to get you to the next level, because I'm sure we're all on this call, to get to the next level, whatever it takes, you want to get there. And that's why you're on this call right now. So I give everybody who is on this call a shout out, because you're out here on a Tuesday night at, I'm in Colorado. I'm sure everybody is in all of different states. So whatever time it is for you guys, I give you guys a huge shout out for being on this call and, just listening to this sauce, that we have to give. So for me specifically, my end goal and the reason why I joined was because I just really wanted to take everything to the next level. I never wanted to live an average life. I never wanted to, be the basics of the basics, and I never wanted to clock into a job, clock out, go home, be miserable, do the same thing over and over and over again. And that's what I want to start off with, is that we have everything what we need with iGenius. All right, guys. This is the best platform that you guys could be a part of. This is what is going to get you to financial freedom. There's nothing better than this. We have trading, we have building relationships with network marketing, like for those that don't necessarily want to do the foreign exchange market, we have stocks, we have crypto, we have literally everything in the game. Crypto was made in our lifetime, not in our family, like our parents, grandparents, all that. This was made in our lifetime. Like, we are here to change the game, and we are here to change the game for the next generation, then the next generation. Like, we are about to be the grandparents of literally changing the game. So super excited to be here. I am so grateful for this platform. I'm so grateful for everybody that is on this call and on this team, because you guys are here. You're here to take it to the next level. So my main thing that I really want to share with you guys is, just always think of the reason why you joined this. Why are you here? Was it because you wanted to retire your mom? Was it because you wanted to give your kids a life that, you didn't have? Whether it was just showing people inspiration of what we could do, you're here for a reason. So take that, lock it in, continue on a daily basis of taking that into consideration of why you're here, because that is going to be your initiation of, when you're not disciplined, when you're not motivated, when you're having bad days, because we're all going to have some bad days, always think about that, because that is genuinely what is going to get you to where you need to go. And if your why is not emotional, then you need to dig deeper. You need to think deeper, because your why should make you cry. That is what is going to get you to that next level. And your vision should always be the longevity. Some people get, success, financial freedom, whatever they're looking for within, a year. Some people it takes 5 years. Some people it takes 10 years. But wouldn't you rather be a part of something that is going to give you complete financial freedom in 10 years, rather than working a 9 to 5 until you're 65? I'm sure we all would, right? So think of the longevity of it. No matter what it takes, stay disciplined, stay locked in, do your daily disciplines on what it's going to take to get you there, because everybody has their own daily disciplines. But you need to write it out every day. You need to figure out what it's going to take for you to get you to the next level. Because, like Marissa said, it's you versus you. You know, no matter what somebody's doing that is better than you, there's always going to be one person in this world that's doing better than you. So you can't look at to them, you know, and feel dissatisfied or feel like you're just not doing good enough, because no matter what it takes, if you keep your vision locked in, you will get there. I promise you, no matter what it takes, if you do your daily disciplines to do what it takes to get you there, you will get there. So I also wanted to speak on, you know, nothing that is easy was ever worth it. So we're going to have, you know, short-term gratification. You know, you're going to have short-term successes, which you should always celebrate. You should always celebrate your short-term successes, because that's what's going to get you to the next success and the next success. You know, if you are so hard on yourself and you're just, you know, basically just too hard on yourself. If you're too hard on yourself, you're not going to feel the satisfaction of what it's going to take to get you to the next level and the next level. So celebrate those small wins, you know, as well as your team. You need to celebrate their small wins so that you can keep them going to the next level and the next level. And then basically also, you know, you need to understand for other people of what it's going to take to get there. So you need to show others the vision of what you have and continue on that, because people are looking for this community. Like, let's be real. People are looking for this community. It's not even necessarily about the long term of making money. It's about what we have going on here of everybody supporting each other, everybody being there to celebrate everybody's wins, you know, everybody getting everybody to the next level, whether it benefits you or not. You know, no matter what you do, it shouldn't necessarily benefit, you know, everybody on what you do, but you should just know within your heart, you know, that whatever you're doing, your inspiration is going to help other people get to the next level. So another thing I want to touch on that is, like, when you post on social media, you know, you should always have the mindset of helping other people and inspiring other people on what we do. You know, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because, you know, that's again what it's going to take to get you where you want to go. You got to get out your comfort zone. I mean, that's the only way you're going to grow. That's the only way you're going to help other people, is being like, wow, I saw this girl 3 years ago and she couldn't even, you know, hop on a phone call and just have a regular conversation with somebody. And now she's out here inspiring thousands and thousands of people. Just those small little moves are going to help people and show them that, you know, if we did it, they can do it too. And I mean, everybody in, you know, that's super successful in this business, if they did it, why can we not do it? You know, all it takes is that vision. All it takes is that discipline. All is it takes is just you locking in, you keeping your vision in, taking it, running with it, and always keeping it into consideration. As well as I wanted to touch on whatever everybody's goal is. You know, some people's goal is to be a full-time trader. Some people's goal is to build a network of thousands of millions of people, you know, but it's not necessarily what you get from it. So not even necessarily the money. It's going to be what you'll become on that destination of getting there. So it's literally you starting from just like basically a little bean, you know, and then sprouting to something absolutely amazing. Because for me, that's always what my mindset is. It's not what I'll get in this journey, it's what I'm going to become. And I always think about that, you know, because we're always going to have struggles. We're always going to have times that we're not motivated. But the fact of the person that what it's going to take for you to become the person that you want to be is the whole destination of the satisfaction of what you're going to get. So I also, lastly, what I wanted to touch on is you got to go all in. You just got to do it. You know, when you first, like I said, I've been in this industry for 3 years. You know, you'll have these moments where you're like, I'm going to go all in, but you're not going to go all in. You know, you're going to have that mindset. You know, people always say that, but do you really? You know, so you literally have to go all in and do absolutely whatever it takes to get you to the next level, then the next level. You know, it's day in and day out. You have to eat, sleep, and breathe this business. You need, if you want to be professional in trading, you got to eat, breathe, and sleep in trading. You know, like that's the only thing that you necessarily want to put your time into, because you got to take it one step at a time. You know, you got to be successful, fully successful at one thing, you know, before you go on to the next thing and the next thing. You can't be going and doing 10 things all at once and expecting yourself to become the highest version of yourself in that one specific category, you know? So become super successful at one thing, put all your time, all your energy, everything that you have into that, because that's what it's going to take, you know? Whatever you're passionate about, especially whether it's trading, network marketing, you know, just building this business. Because I mean, we're in the best industry out here. Like, I will preach on this all day long. Like, we are in the best industry that you could possibly have. Okay. This is what is going to create financial freedom for you, your family, breaking the generational curse, creating generational wealth. Like, this is your gateway to get there. And you all are on this call for a reason. So I just literally want you all to keep that mindset every single day, because there's nothing better than this. You know, like I said again, whether it takes 5, 10 years, why would you work so hard at something that doesn't have the potentiality to give you a life that nobody gets to live? You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to live a life that literally hardly anybody gets to live. We talk about the 1%, we talk about the 5%. 95% of people in this world do not get to live the life that we live. I mean, 80% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So we are here to create an impact. We are here to spread the word on this business. We are here to get to the next level and the next level and the next level. All right, guys. So I just want to finish it up with that, because I'm super fired up and I'm super excited for where we're about to go, because this is just the beginning. And lastly, I do want to touch on the events, because if you guys were not at Impact, you better do whatever it takes to get to the next event. Do whatever it takes. You have to be there. Like, there's nothing else that can get you just the feeling and the energy of what it's going to feel like, of all of these people that have literally done it. They've done it. So why can't you? So if you weren't there at Impact, make sure you're there at the next event. Do whatever it takes. Get it done. Be there. I better see all your faces at that next event, because I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. That was amazing. Look at that. Can we get some like sevens in the chat for Maddie? Come on. That was amazing. I love that. Oh, okay, Maddie. So I have a few questions for you because I was taking notes as you were going on, and I wanted to touch on like when you were talking about like being too hard on yourself. I know if you're anything like me, you're too hard on yourself can be kind of debilitating sometimes, you know? And so when you're going like all in on goals, what does that look like for you? Like going all in, like elaborate on like you making that decision and going all in. Like what does that kind of entail?
So for me, when I wake up, I do my gratitude. I express to the world, to God, to the universe, you know, whatever, because everybody believes in something different. So whatever you believe in, you know, there's always a higher power to something. So whether it's the God, the universe, you know, I speak into existence of who I am, what I am, where I'm going to go, all the success that I'm going to have. I'm speaking it all into existence, because I know I'm going to be there. Like I said, whether it takes me 2, 5, 10 years, I know where I'm going. Like, it's already done. So I start my morning with that. And then the daily disciplines is a non-negotiable. So I am messaging a minimum 30 people a day. You know, I'm building new connections. I'm building, you know, a bigger network. when I go out and, go out in public, I'm making sure to get new contacts, because even then, if people don't join now, like, it's not a no, it's just a not now. People are watching you. Like, guys, I have had people hit me up from 3 years ago that have been watching my journey for 3 years. 3 years. And they literally messaged me, okay, I'm finally ready. So like I said, like it's all just a numbers game. It doesn't matter how long it takes. That's why you have to be consistent in what you do. You have to post on your stories. You have to show people what you're doing. You have to show people where you're going to go, because people are watching you. They're watching you on a day-to-day basis. So for one, I do my gratitude. For two, I build new connections. I build my network. I do whatever I can to just talk with new people. I post on my stories because I know people are watching me. I know they're watching me. So I'm showing them where I'm going. I'm showing inspiration to them, because at the end of the day, we're here to impact lives. We're not here to make money off of people. We're here to change their life, you know? So posting stories, showing people that I know where I'm going, because also showing people that I care, because people don't know what you know until they know that you care. So showing people that you're not just here for the money, you're here for the inspiration and impact of them. And that's when they also take into consideration, like, wow, she's living a crazy good life, but she's also very passionate, and she's also, explaining other things that don't have to do with money. So those would be like my three main things, as well as personal development. Lock into personal development, because especially, you guys, when you're feeling unmotivated, that's the number one thing you need to do. You shouldn't be questioning, like, oh, what should I be doing? Like, why am I even in this business? Like, what am I even doing? Like, is trading gonna work? Is this business gonna work? If you can never outwork the thought in your head. You can never outwork that. If you don't think that you're going to make it, you're not going to make it. Like, there's no questions about it. Literally, if you think that you're not going to make it to the next level, if you think you're not going to be a personal, or if you're not going to be like a fully funded trader, like, if that's what you want to do, like, not network marketing, but if you want to just be a full-time trader, but you're sitting there questioning about it, like, well, this is kind of hard. Well, I might not make it. Like, you'll never outwork that. So you have to continue to believe in yourself every single day, and just, whether it takes meditation, whether it takes prayer, whether it takes just sitting down and talking to yourself, like, you've got to know that you're going to go there and you're going to do whatever it takes. Like, regardless of people's opinions, if you don't have haters, you're not even popping, you're not even really getting anywhere. So you're going to have haters along the way. You're going to have people that don't believe in you. You're going to have people that question where you're going, even though you know exactly where you're going. But those are just the certain people that have a closed mind, and they're going to continue to be where they are. And those are the same people that I believe are the reason why we're doing what we're doing. And those people on this earth literally remind me on a daily basis, like, wow, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because their mindset will never change. It will never open. And that's just who they are. And that's why they're here. But that's why we're here, because we are about to change lives. We're about to impact. We're about to do whatever it takes. So that would be my main thing, gratitude, always expressing, knowing where you're going, posting on social media, because people are always going to watch your journey, and, personal development, and just literally being logged in on a daily basis. Like, that's what it takes. There's no such thing as not having time. You make time for the things that you care about. If you can go sit there and work a 9 to 5, how can you not sit there, then work 6 to 12 to go build your empire? You have the time. Cut out all of the unnecessities. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't watched TV in probably like the last 6 months. Like, we just moved into our new apartment. We have 3 TVs that we won't even touch. We're not even going to hang them up. We don't even turn them on. They're like, we might as well just fucking throw them sorry, excuse my language, might as well just throw them in the trash because there's no need for it. Like, unless you have a TV to post on for trading or to post or to have personal development, like, there's no reason you should be sitting there and just mindlessly watching things that are not going to benefit you. Like, it's literally going to get you nowhere. So,
Yeah.
lock in, spend literally every single minute that you have to get you to the next level because that's what it's going to take. I carried that on a little bit, but I just got so much fire in me.
No, I love that. And it's so cool because like a lot of the things that you talk about is vision and also kind of like what we have. And I know for me that was like a huge switch in terms of like trading and understanding what it really is and understanding like where a lot of people are at in today's society. Just knowing that inflation's going up, that we just don't understand what's actually going on in our world right now. And this is a way to connect us to them because trading and investing, like, it goes hand in hand with the world. The world revolves around money, it moves around money. And knowing that we have direct access to people who have experience, people who are licensed, people who are educators within this space, showing us how money actually works and how we can start using it as tools to get it to work for us, I think is huge. And when you're talking about like that vision and locking in with other people and going forward with like that service mindset, like you want to be of service to other people, like I think having that type of a vision in what you're doing and what you're affiliated with is a game changer on top of having a vision of what you want to do, what your intention is with that, you know, because so many people can go in and be an amateur, but I think what you and I have done has been to go in and act as if we're professionals because we see what this could actually do. And I think a lot of times we are able to lead from the forefront with being professionals in this and seeing the vision of the company, understanding that it can align and actually help impact the lives of other people in a really dire way, knowing about money, how you can understand what's actually happening in the world so you can be more aware of it and make better decisions with your finances so you can get ahead in life. And so having that vision to share with other people and pour that into them because so many people out there actually want their life to have meaning, have a purpose, and giving them that purpose where it can in turn be of service to other people in a really, really like important way, I think is so huge to like pour that vision into it. But I also wanted you to elaborate on like your vision, like what is it that like you got poured into you that you're able to then share with other people, and like why is that such an important part of like going and getting locked in?
I mean, so for me, it's because I'm gonna be honest. My parents, I don't have parents that are together. You know, I have a single mom, and I haven't spoke to my dad in probably half of my life. But for my mom specifically, like, because of the situation that she was in, she wasn't able to give me the life that she wanted. But it's also because my mom is closed minded, you know, like she was born in the era that she was, you know, she's been, you know, working a 9 to 5, like she's making it, she's living fine, but she's so closed minded into everything that I've done, everything, you know, in this world. And I feel like that's the number one thing of the vision that I want to give to my kids. Like, because if you guys don't know, I have 2 sons, and I just want to give them a life that I never experienced. I want to be able to pour into them, love them, and support them on what they do in the journeys that they pursue because I never got that. And I know to give them a life that they're never were going to be able to live without me is just so impactful to me, and then going to be so impactful to them, and then the next generation and the next generation. Like, that's why I keep my vision so strong, is because I know that I'm going to be able to show them a life worth living. I know I'm going to break that generational curse and push that vision into them for them to build their own legacy. And because I know I'm here to build a legacy, and I'm going to create an impact on, my goal is 1 million people. So being able to replicate that into them, it's just like you there's nothing better than that, like that's literally our next generation, and we're here because our top generation didn't even know what to do with us. That's why when we preach the things that we preach, like especially like crypto and everything like that, like they just don't even know, and my vision is to always just stay open-minded no matter what happens, create an impact for them so they can go out and change their generation. Because I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's really not even going to be us that's going to be doing it. They're going to be changing their own generation, just like we are here to change our generation. So that's just why I always keep that vision locked in, is because I know where I'm going, and they're going to be coming with me no matter what. And I just keep that why locked in all the time, because it's like, what if one day I decided to quit and my son is like just asking me why, and I literally looked at him in the eye and was like, I just didn't want to work hard enough, or I just didn't want to grow, I just didn't want to get uncomfortable, I just didn't want to do what it takes to get you what you need, like that's what when you imagine a vision, you got to imagine that too. It's like, could you look at your sons? I mean, I know, I'll be honest, I know a lot of you guys don't have kids, but I mean, I know there's some of you that do. So just imagine looking at your future kids and being like, well, I didn't want to work hard. So that's why you get to live the life that you did. Like, so that's what I always think about, is because that's my motivation. That's my why. That's my vision on why I know where I'm going. And yeah.
Yeah. I love that. And just to know that you're able to like pour that into other people so they can start seeing theirs in a different perspective too, like every single person we meet with and work with in this wants and looks for that change and is hungry for it. And to be able to show them that like this can be so much more meaningful, especially having that vision, because like we're relatively young. And I talk with people, even like family members that are quite older than me, and they don't even understand the level of self-awareness and accountability that takes. But to show other people that it does take that accountability and that action and that awareness to understand what you're here to do, like what is the timing of you being here on this earth and the type of family or lifestyle or things that you want, like having that vision to look forward and even into generations. I think that's huge to even pour into other people, because you're not only expanding your mind when you talk, you're helping expand the minds of the other people so they can start thinking more, they can believe more in themselves, they can understand how much more is possible. And the beauty of this is we get to connect people with other people that have already attained that, so they know it's real, they know it's possible. And that leads back into like the importance of being at these events, right? Like there's so many things that we can see highlighted, and now we can go back and be locked in, but have a stronger purpose, a stronger vision, a stronger why, a community of people who are also so locked in. Because as you hear me and Maddie talking, we're not the only ones that are this fired up after this. We know that there's so much more that we can do in terms of financial literacy, helping empower other people to take control of their lives again. Like most people don't understand that they have a choice, that there is hope. Like we are just showing and leading by example through our posts on social media, through our conversations, that this type of a life is possible. And if that's something you're searching for, come along with me and I will show you every single step in the way. I don't even know of any jobs that like are like, hey, come here, come work with me, and I'm going to show you the roadmap out. Usually, in my experience, they make it harder for you to get to the next level because they don't want to pay you more. They don't want to put value to you. So why not put more value onto yourself with what you can actually do, the education you can learn, and what you can actually create by having that accountability and knowing that it's your choice on what you show up to do for the day or not. And when I was talking about getting too hard on yourself, yeah, there's times that you can give yourself grace, like we go all locked in and we are focused, but sometimes we don't always accomplish everything we need to do because life happens. But giving yourself grace and then making excuses, there's a fine line in between. And I know a lot of the times, especially when I was brand new, is like when I was getting locked in and I'm saying I'm going to go and do these things, was I really giving myself grace on the days that I missed? Or was I really just starting to make excuses? And it's that fine line and question that you ask yourself every night that you lay your head on your bed. Like, could I have done enough? Or am I feel accomplished for what I did today? And I think that's a huge part of getting locked in, because like right now, you guys, is the best time to get locked in when we have such a momentum of energy from all the leaders who are wanting to lead from the front, who are organizing different ways so you can get more value, so you can go out and succeed. Anything from trading, social media, mindset, leadership, everything. It is going to be so massive. And just to know that you have people here that are wanting to give that value to other people, why wouldn't you want to share that with the world? If you're going to change your life, why would you deny other people around you from changing their life because you were too scared to open up your mouth? You know, this is something that can be so monumental and so huge. And I just wanted to share this with you guys and kind of talk back and forth with Maddi, because, you know, like this is just two examples of people who have this exact same fire and drive and are locked in. And what we gave with you guys tonight is like the exact steps on how to lock in, the mindset, the things you can do, and realizing that only you are in control of how you spend your time. You're the one that can be intentional about it. So what are you choosing to go after? Why are you choosing to go after it? And are you going to be intentional with all of your time so you can get to your goal no matter how long it takes? So with that, honestly, I don't have much after that. Maddi, do you have anything else?
No.
Well, guys, this is amazing. So if you also are a woman, are in this community, let me, Maddi, Sydney, any of us know. We will get you added into the women's call. We have this very similarly, except more interactive on Sunday nights with all the women. If you have women that want to get into this community, know we're here. And we are so excited to run it up with you guys. I hope you're getting locked in and you're ready to go out and become that new version of you and hit all of your goals. So with that, you guys have a great rest of your week. Get locked in, and we will see you in the chats. Bye, guys.